Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika Zen. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, you guys, this is my review recap for Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Ride or Die, baby. Okay? Child, no. All of y'all need to go sit y'all daggone behinds down. Look at my face, y'all. Look at my face, all right? First and foremost, why is Emily on my TV? Why is Emily on our TVs? Why is Emily on Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup? Why is she wasting her time, Zori time, my time? Why, girl? Why? Okay, she up here talking about she don't want to answer no questions about her relationship. Girl, you on the wrong daggone show, honey. What was going on, okay? What was the reason we TV? What was the reason in my Cardi B voice? Because, child, no. You was running low on audition tapes. I'm confused. This girl is up here wasting space, wasting time, child, okay, for no reason at all. And it's annoying the hell out of me. All right. Mark mother is looking at him and saying to him what we all are looking and saying, child, what is wrong with you? What happened to you? Did I drop you as a baby? What is happening? Where are your brains, right? We got a lot of people up here that I think are scarecrows looking for the eyes to give them a brain. You can add Ty and Miss freaking Jessica to this list. And it is crazy that they have two beautiful, smart daughters that seem to have more brains than they do. Maybe they passed them all to them and left them with nothing. It's empty up here. Knock, knock, knock. Nobody is home, y'all, because this can't be real, right? Y'all got to be making this up. Protect those girls at all costs. That's all I will say, about them. And, Miss Janice Child, girl, Justine, I should say, you knew it was nothing going on with that daggone car, right? You went there wasting this man's time when your behind could have been right at home looking at Carfax from your damn computer. You did not need to go into his office to look this stuff up. Have you not been driving already? You said you had a license. You don't know about needing insurance and needing registration. I'm confused, girl. How are you driving around, okay, and don't know that you just have the owner's manual and you don't have the other stuff? I need things to make more sense than what they are making, child. But I learned a long time ago, you can't make sense out of nonsense. Having said that, y'all, we gonna go ahead and get into this daggone episode. A hot mess, okay? We gonna start with Emily and Zori because, like I said, there is really no reason for this chick to still be on our TV screen. She's playing games at this point. Her friend goes by and she's like, well, what's going on, girl? You supposed to be excited. You supposed to be going to visit Zori tomorrow. Oh, it's just another day. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably excited. She's talking about how she hungover and feeling kind of tired right now. And of course, she is basically just bringing up the same daggone story that we done heard from her 1,156 times, okay? We tired of it, girl. Get a new damn story. We know he cheated. We know you caught him. We know you have never seen him. We just keep hearing these same things over and over and over. Her friend is like, something is fishy here. We know she likes to put on a facade. She had to like to act like nothing is phasing her, like she don't care about nothing. Child, if anything, they might as well have just put Smoke up here. Smoke was out on a daggone date, meeting up with some chick that was bringing some drinks over to the table. We have seen more of Smoke than we have of damn Zori or Emily, to be quite honest. So they all, both could have just been X'd out of it. We seeing Zori calling Smoke. We seeing her talking about Smoke. We seeing her meeting Smoke. Smoke is the center of attention right about now. And so, she's telling her friend how it's no big deal and all of that. And her friend is basically like, well, I don't understand. The last time she was all excited. And like I said, she says she has this tendency to act like things don't faze her. She not that worried about it. She not that excited for it, But she was like, the last time you was excited. And she's like, was I excited? She like, yeah, girl, you was. So what changed, between then and now? And she just kept feeding us the same old bull about him cheating on her and her still harboring feelings with that or whatever. And it's like, if that's the case, then you should have been let him go. But of course, you're still trying to hold on to him because you are calling yourself scamming a scammer, girl. Right at this point, you scamming your damn self. And you scamming me too because you wasted my time being on my TV. So nonetheless, moving on from that, like I said, we do see that Smoke is out and he's having, these drinks. And he's saying how, his friend Mr. Playboy, he don't know what's going on with him. Obviously this chick is playing games and all of that, and she like, oh, why do they call him Playboy? Is he a Playboy? He like, nah, he's not. He's nothing, what I'm saying, of a sort. I don't know why they call him that. And he's laughing. He's like, actually, to be honest, he's with this one crazy ass chick that I'm confused as to why he's even giving her the day of time. She is just basically playing him. And of course he ends up calling him while they sitting there talking about him, and he answers, and come to find out, Miss Emily never showed up. Okay, she never showed up. He's sad, he mad, he disappointed, he don't get it. He thought she was gonna stand by him and all this stuff. And of course Smoke is like, I knew it. He was like, yo, he over here going crazy over coochie he didn't even get yet. He whipped up on something that he didn't even get to hit. That's real crazy. A broad that he never met. He dying laughing, and he basically saying that when he get out, he gonna act up regardless. And yeah, then he's gonna have his boy back, when that happens. And so then when we get to see Emily and they asking her, why didn't you go see him? This chick gonna talk about she don't like being questioned about her relationships or whatever. She don't want to feel like she's interrogated. So why did you come up here, Emily? Girl, bye. Okay, you wasted a whole damn 5 minutes of my damn life that I can't get back. Next, moving on along. We had Justine and Mike. Now, she goes into this car place. Of course, her family was asking questions. Cuz was doing her own little investigative work, or telling Justine to do her investigation work, that she wanted to know where this car came from. Is it illegal? You want to cover yourself, whatever have you. So she go in there and she's telling the guy about, this car being bought from her by her man that's in jail. Okay, her husband. And he's like, huh? He's like, I never heard of a, car being bought from jail. That was just fascinating to him, okay? And he's like, well, do you got the registrations, or you got the insurance? What paperwork do you have for it? Was it bought, or is there a lien? She's like, what's the lien, child? Justine? He told her that's finance. Okay, so basically she's like, well, there's some stuff in the car, so whatever's in, if it's any papers, it would be in there. Take this man all the way out to car to be like, this is what I have, and it's basically the owner's manual. He's like, yeah, that's not gonna help us pertaining to this. And if you do get pulled over and you don't have registration and stuff like that on you, you will get in trouble for that. So then he's still trying to say, is it financed or bought, because there's a difference. And she's still basically saying she don't know. Now, she take him all the way around the damn bend to end up saying, well, he does have all of my information, because he was like, is there any way that your information could have been sent in for it? Because he's asking, does Mike have a license? And she's like, no, he haven't had one in years. He used to have one, but, of course, now he will have to get one over. He don't have it no more. And she wastes all this time to say that, oh, well, he's had my info and he had it for a long time. So if he's had your info, girl, then that means that he basically put everything in your damn name and has been using your name for other things, and more than likely put the car in your name. Like, why are you playing around? Why you ain't say that from the beginning, child? So, of course, when he looks up the info, because he was saying that he's just doing this for her best interest, trying to look out for her and make sure that everything's okay, he does find out that it's nothing on the daggone car, okay? In case they had to drag it all out or whatever, right? It hasn't been stolen. There's no accidents. And she's like, good, I could go and tell my family this. And he's like, yeah, I'm happy for you or whatever. But you do need to make sure you got that daggone paperwork going forward. I would get on that, because you don't want them stopping you and then you ain't got no paperwork in the car. That will still be an issue. So she's like, okay. So now when she get home, she over here getting on video with Mike and trying to do a little, modeling for him, show him her outfit, ask him if he like it and stuff like that. And she says she was going to tell him about her taking the car in, because she don't want it to be no secrets in the relationship. So she going to tell him, and he starts going off, cursing, carrying on. She's like, yo, don't swear at me, calm your behind down. What are you getting so mad about? And he's basically like, because why would you think I would give you something hot? Why would you think I would give you something stolen? She's like, well, long story short, it's good. Everything is okay with it. She's like, all my family was asking questions, and I just wanted to be able to prove to them that it wasn't nothing with this. And she was like, not only that, I'm finding out that you basically been giving these cars out like they damn hot pockets. Okay, everybody get a car. You acting like you Oprah. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. So she was like, this is not something special that you just do for me. Okay, she tried to turn it into that, and was basically like, I wanted to make sure because I thought I was just getting a call. You didn't think your sister was going to spill the beans, did you? But yeah, she told it all. So he was like, well, that's neither here nor there. That still don't make no sense. And that still don't have nothing to do with, you know, you taking it in. And he was like, basically his relationships and whatever he did previously have nothing to do with her. And he don't have to tell her anything about it. And she was like, well, you know, basically like you tell me anything else and I don't understand why that was left out, and it would be better coming from you than me hearing it from somebody else. And then he basically was like, oh, his feelings were so hurt, and he started acting like he was really crying and basically ended the damn call. I guess they still had more time, and she was like, are you serious right now? Because he got up and started walking his butt, you know, right on away. So yes, he was serious. He in his feelings right now. And I feel like they just looking for reasons to have issues between these daggone two before, you know what I'm saying, he come out of jail. Like at this point, we reaching, and that's what they reach for, child. Okay. Now moving on from him, you know, like I said, we have Miss Daggone Jessica with this whole daggone Dustin situation, child. Okay. And she is basically still trying to figure out, you know, moving out here. She's trying to figure out what's going on with him. She got some guy, Scuba Steve, who apparently got cool with Justin while he in there. And when there's times that Justin is in the box, she basically, you know, or he gives them her information, and these people contact her and let her know what's going on. So he's on the phone with her saying how Dustin, I should say, is going through disciplinary, Lord, y'all, I be getting tongue-tied sometimes. Disciplinary action against him, okay? And Dustin could be locked up for using or whatever, right? And it could be up to 60 days. And so Scuba is basically charging her to help. She pays him either or both stamps and money, right? And so she basically was saying that, you know, if you leave a corrections job, then they want to burn you at the stake. I think it's a lot more than that, Miss Jessica. I think you was breaking rules and doing different things previous to this. And the fact that he is the type of prisoner that he is and in there for what he's in there for and is known to be a damn meth addict, and then you're coming in to see him, yeah, that's going to raise some red flags, sweetie, okay? That's common sense. And with you working in that field for so many years, that should be something that should be freaking, like, you should know like the back of your hand. And then you got the nerve to be like, it's so confusing to you and you don't understand. So I don't know. Make it make sense, right? And so basically she's asking him like, well, he was acting strange when I had saw him on the visit. You know, did you notice anything? And basically trying to see if he, you know, have used something. Now, mind you, she's saying all of this on a phone call that she's freaking being recorded on with another damn inmate. I know he had to be like, is this chick slow too? You know, and he's basically like, nah, he was good. I'm pretty sure even if he wasn't, he ain't gonna tell you that, dummy. And then she gonna basically be like, oh, because he was honest with me and told me about the time that he did do something. And she was like, at one point, or I forgot, did he bring it up? I think he might have brought it up that they probably even thought she might have been trying to slip him something. And she was like, of course not. You know, she was like, the only thing I was trying to give him was peanut butter and something else. I can't remember what the other thing was, right? And so at this point, you know, that's when she just told him she's going to keep in touch with him and she's thankful to him and that she'll be sending him, you know, the stamps and the money because she know that he doesn't have to, you know what I'm saying, look out for her and give her these calls and updates and let her know what's happening. So now she's talking to her daughter, you know, and at the same time in the confessional, she's saying to us, like, when he's locked up or when he's in the box and she can't see him for that time, of course, she feels like she's locked up too. And she's talking about what this move means to her. So her daughter's still asking, like, with this new information you learned, are you still planning on moving down here? And she's basically like, yeah, you know, I really love him, so I'm still going with it. She was like, it's nothing that's holding her here, you know what I'm saying, in Florida. She want to get up out of Florida or whatever. She don't feel like there's anything else there for her, so she's still planning on making this move. And her daughter's basically like, yeah, I think this is a big daggone mistake that my freaking mother is making, all right? And so in the meantime, she's also saying to her daughter that, you know, she don't know what she's going to do if it doesn't work out, what she's going to do if he, you know, pushes her to the limit or whatever the case may be, because she's over here saying how she gonna has his back and look out for him and hold him down. And her daughter's like, that's all fine and dandy, but do you know that he's going to hold you down too? And if he decide that he's going to get out and he's going to use again, what are you going to do in that situation? She over here talking about, I don't know, and that she don't know what her daggone limits would be. I said, girl, you must be freaking playing games with me and your daughter right now, okay? And so, of course, she over here like, oh, you got to get packing too. You got to get busy because we going to be getting out of here. And I already knew that daughter child was not going with that mother no daggone way, okay? I knew it. Especially with the questions she was asking and the answers she was getting. She said, you ain't going to get me caught up in that. So she basically was like, yeah, about that. I don't think I'm going. And she's like, you're not going to go with me? She's like, nah, I don't see it. She was like, I got my friends. I got everything set up, stuff that I'm used to. You know how hard it is for me to make friends and stuff like that. And Jessica tried to get real cute and be like, oh, well, your father's a lot more strict than me. You have more fun with me and a little bit more room and whatever. And her daughter Bailey said, baby, listen, I'll take the strict before I take some damn crazy mother running behind a damn convict. And I said, I ain't mad at you, girl, okay? I'm choosing door number daddy, okay? She basically was like, I'm good. I will work it out. I will figure it out some type of way. And so, of course, Jessica starts to get emotional and was like, oh, I was expecting her to go with me. I really don't want to go without her, but at the same time, when your daughter's literally like, so does this change you going? If, what I'm saying, I'm not going with you. It's like, oh, I love her. I don't want to leave her, but I also love Dustin. So obviously the answer to that is no. Okay. So she's like, well, you go ahead and do what the heck, what I'm saying, you gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do up over here. And like I said, that definitely, I'm not mad at her daughter for feeling that way, because that's freaking ridiculous. You that caught up into this damn man that you have no clue about, and you just finding out is a freaking meth head, okay? And so she's talking about, this is a lifetime deal. She still want to be all in, but at the same time, she's feeling like a bad mother. Her daughter's been a mama's girl since birth, and she was like, I know that, she honestly doesn't know if everything is going to be okay. And she basically was getting, emotional and saying that she loved that kid to death, but you ain't love her enough to be like, maybe I want to have, a second thought here. And then she starts crying, getting emotional, talking about, I'm sorry. Okay. That was basically what was happening with damn, Miss Jessica, child. Okay. Hopefully, I pray that she gets some sense soon, but I doubt it. Okay. So then we move on to freaking Mr. Mark with his simple behind. Okay. Mark is over here, still got his mama at his house chilling with her, whatever. She making some bacon and eggs for breakfast, trying to be nice or whatever. And he coming over, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that looks good, whatever. And he get a call from another inmate, because, of course, he already done moved on. And this inmate is, I think it was Alexis, but he was calling her Lexi for short. She's in jail for drug trafficking, and she'll be getting out next year, and I think she was in Georgia. And so he's already introducing her to his mama, because, he just want his mama to speak to everybody. And he also, as if this is a good thing, is basically like, oh, well, I want my mother to see that I got some variety or whatever to choose from of a whole bunch of damn inmates. Like his mother supposed to do backflips, because she's finding that out. So of course she trying to be nice and be like, oh, hey, how you doing? She was like, I was about to ask you what you be into in there, but I'm sure you ain't got that many choices. And the girl's basically like, no, pretty much watch TV. I like to write. I like to I think she said poetry or whatever. I like to draw. She asked her what kind of poetry. She was like slam poetry. She's like, I'm not familiar with that. I'm not either. But girl, if it keeps you occupied, it's nice, right? You like it, I love it. And so then his mother was basically like, well, saying how Mark gets real impulsive sometimes. I said, you think? And, in the meantime, she's saying how he should be focused on his career. But he's talking with the chick, and he's some kind of way you know, as we see that Mark does, goes into random conversations, random questions out of nowhere. One point he's asking her, does she play chess? She like, yeah, but she hasn't really been playing it since she been in there. The next thing you know, he asking if she into girls. She's basically like, yeah. He's like, oh, so would you marry a girl if you met a girl in there? And she's like, well, I kind of prefer, you know, men. And his mother's literally looking at him like, is this my freaking son right here? And I'm like, yes, ma'am, it is. Okay. And then she basically says, you know, when he's hanging up the phone from her, she's like, what the hell is wrong with you? She was like, you know, are you out of your freaking mind with that question? And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. She was like, yeah, one, you know, you jumping the gun. She was like, I don't know if you playing games with these people or if you really being for real or what, but you need to, first of all, she was like, you are spiraling out of freaking control right about now. Okay, you need to get it together. You need to figure out what the heck you want. You need to be focusing on your business, your career, your real estate or whatever, instead of these damn inmates, and stop playing damn games and grow the hell up, is basically what mama told him. But we know he probably not gonna freaking do that. You know, he talking about, well, at least with her, you know, she ain't got that much time. She's one of the ones that he could actually look forward to because she has the least amount of time that he would be waiting for her to get out of any of the ones that you know, he was talking to, or whatever the case may be. And I know mama just said to herself, the longer I'm here, the more crazy I see that my damn son is. Okay. So that was pretty much that with Mark. Now moving on along, Melissa and Louis, child. Please tell me why Melissa was on her way to this visit. You know, she worried about being late. She still want to go. She want to have this conversation with Louis. She's saying how she hasn't been happy since she got there and saw Louis. She's really starting to think and become more aware and realize certain things, because this whole time she's just been thinking of Louis, the high schooler, not Louis that is in prison, right? And is basically, she really wants to go there so that he could reassure her, because now she's having second thoughts. She's having doubts. You know, she's reassessing things. All the stuff that her sisters, her mother, her friends, her cousins, all of us around the world have been freaking saying to Melissa. All of a sudden, she starts thinking about, you know, she really didn't think of him being a prisoner. And then as she's driving to the prison, when she sees the actual fence and stuff up, child, she had the nerve to be like, oh my God, it's really barbed wire and stuff like this going on. This is scary. It really looks like a prison. I said, girl, what? What the hell you thought it was going to look like? The damn Bronx Zoo? So then she go in for the visit or whatever. And when she comes out, she's saying how reality really hit her. You know, she just been thinking of it the whole time as like this long distance relationship. But now she sees it in a completely different way, you know. She says that they basically kind of told her like, enter at your own risk, child. Okay, she said it was a whole bunch of signs saying if anything happened to you while you was in there, it was kind of basically your own risk. They didn't have, you know, no accountability over that. And she was saying that he was very annoyed with her. And I said, girl, we all were. Okay, I don't blame Louis. I'm not even mad at him for being annoyed at you, girl. She said he didn't like the fact that she went to the yoga class. No shit, Sherlock. She didn't understand, though. She doesn't understand what he expected and why he would be mad. Why would that be an issue for him? She was saying the lady called him. Now, that part I was confused. I said, did she call him or he call her, girl? What's going on there? But she said basically the yoga lady ended up telling her, like, your crazy ass girlfriend Melissa came over here to see me. You know, he was getting pissed off with all the questioning and all of that. And like I said, of course he would. I would too. I don't even blame him when it comes to that part at this point. So now she is, you know, questioning all this stuff. Don't know whether she still want to continue with this or not. And when she was saying, like, as far as when he get out, what would happen between what direction is this going on? What's the time frame, you know, for him to work and get on his feet and be able to come to live with her? Basically, he said he couldn't give her a time frame. It kind of was one of those things like, listen, it is what it is. If you could roll and rock with it, then come on. If you can't, you know what I'm saying, get off the bus, baby. Okay? And so she was like, now she just has to see what happens when he gets out. I said, yeah, girl. Hopefully, Melissa, that was her wake-up call and she go ahead about her business. She looked like she was coming down from that high, all right, because all she could think about was how hot Louis was in high school. Okay, girl. Now moving on from her, we get Ty, another crazy ass. Okay, Ta is on the phone with somebody named Dan Marcus. Okay, she talking about she like him. He a bad boy. He got a sexy body. He's sweet. He handsome. You know, she talking about how she got these plans to find this husband by the time she 40. And you looking for your husband to be this inmate that you do not know and bring him in your house around your damn daughter. I don't know why, but I forgot about Ty having a daggone teenage daughter around her. And I'm just like, Ty, seriously? Like, if it was just you by yourself and you was acting a fool like this, that would be one thing. But to sit here and have a damn freaking daughter, and thank God her daughter got sense, y'all. God bless her, okay? So she comes in or whatever, and she's telling her daughter how she's going back out to the cemetery. Now, you know, we know she worked as a mortician and all of that. So I'm thinking this got something to do with a damn funeral that they got. And her daughter's basically like, I'm confused. Why are you going back out? Like, it's late or whatever. And she talking about some, oh, because I got to do a ceremony or whatever. You know, how am I supposed to get a husband? And then proceeds to take a bottle out. And she was like, why do you got that bottle? And she telling her, you know I want a baby. She talking about some, she going to be calling the baby spirit to her. I said, girl, if you don't get the heck up out of here. And even her daughter turned and was like, Mommy, I need you to get out of fantasy world. I need you to act like you got some sense. I need you to act like you're my mother, like you're a grown woman and you're about your business. She was like, why the hell do you keep going around these inmates, bringing, you know, dealing with inmates? She was like, what happened? I thought you and Hottie was supposed to be getting married anyway. Thought you was engaged to him. She's talking about, don't ever bring his name up in this house no more. You know, no, we broke up, so I moved on. She was like, listen, you keep having these hundreds of damn inmates, okay, pushing one up and down the damn list, and I'm sick of it already. She was like, you gonna be an old lady still waiting on the inmates, so what, you gonna be 75 by the time you get married? So in between her saying all this, Hottie is like, watch your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Remember who you talking to. She was like, no matter what, don't get disrespectful. I can agree with that, but at the end of the day, I didn't honestly see what her daughter was being disrespectful at that point. At least I just seen her speaking the truth. Now, she did get pissed off after that and walk away and spill cereal everywhere, and I was like, oh no, girl, wait a minute, like, come back and pick that damn cereal up, okay? You could tell her about herself. At the same time, though, clean up behind your damn self and pick up every last drop of that cereal off the floor. So, you know, Ty, you know, go up in the room and was like, all right, now, don't get too cute or whatever, and was telling her to give her her phone, and she was just asking her, like, you really feel that way? I find it kind of hard to believe that you ain't know all this time your damn daughter felt that way, Tato. And she's telling her, like, yeah, you know, she was like, and then Tom want to talk about seeing her daughter like this is heartbreaking, but of course, just like with Miss, you know, Jessica, it ain't that daggone heartbreaking, because the minute she can, she's back on the phone with this guy telling him how she want to bite his lips. She's like, oh, can you get visitors? He's telling her, yeah, he'll put her on the daggone list, you know, and send her the paperwork so that she could be able to come. She's like, oh, you don't got no girlfriend, right? He like, nah, I'm single, I'm good. So she over here talking about how her eggs is boiling, you know, they ready to be, cooked, okay, and give her a baby. She needs somebody that's going to be released soon, and she needs somebody that can knock her daggone uterus out. I said, no, child, what you need is somebody that can knock your damn brains in, all right? I'm sick of you, Ty. Then she want to talk about how, you know, if you want to get pregnant by an inmate, something about the vending machines and a granny dress, that's all she gonna say with no panties on. And, you know, that is the trick to you basically creating a baby in prison. I said, Ty, if you don't go sit your daggone behind down and spend time with the daughter that you got now and appreciate her, girl, call CPS, y'all, okay? Call CPS. That was basically it, y'all. Short, sweet, and to the point. It wasn't too much going on in this episode. If I left anything out, let's discuss it in the daggone comments, y'all, okay? Y'all tell me what y'all thought about this. You know, the usual, what you like, you didn't like, all that good stuff. Let's discuss, okay? Put it all in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined, okay? Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. All right.